So I have one finished object, which isn't really all the way finished, but it's pretty darn close. This is the blanket that I've been working on. I call it the blanket of doom because it is very long, it is very wide, and it is very warm. This is for my cousin's son who is graduating from high school. His graduation party was last weekend, and I said, it's pretty long. I've still got to tuck in all the ends and run some binding, like a single crochet up the side. And this is made out of a combination of Bernat blanket and Bernat baby blanket in various colors. Starts off down here. There's another section. Here's the middle section. Then it goes back to another section, and then there's another little section at the top. And this is the sawtooth Afghan pattern that is free on Yarnspirations. Basically, it's a variation of single crochet, chain one, and then on the next row, single crochet in the chain one space, and then chain one. So you do 2 rows in one color, and then you switch and do 2 rows of another color. It's shown in, I think, black and red in the picture. There's also a baby blanket that I did that it's the same type of pattern, only without striping. So this is very, very wide. This is it folded in half, and it won't even go in the frame. This is it folded in quarters. So that's about 12 or 13, 14 inches wide. So that's pretty wide. I think it was chain 96 for it. And then I just kept crocheting until I thought it was large enough. And I actually had my cousin's son hold it up because he is 6 feet tall, and it was just over the top of his head. So that's good. And it's machine washable and dryable yarn. I used a US size end hook, which is a 10 millimeter hook. So it's very large. This is a very, very, very large blanket, and way larger than I ever wanted. But at least it's almost done. I told him he would definitely get it before the end of the summer. The other thing that I'm working on are 3 pairs of socks and a sweater. So we'll go through the socks. This is the Cassell Zitron Trucking XXL in the Suzanne colorway, ovarian cancer awareness colorway. And the pattern I used but didn't use the cabling on are the Center of Attention socks from knitpearlhunter.com. It was a knit along that she did, and it's a toe up sock. So it starts here, goes up, you do a heel, and then you go up and do a bind off. So it looks way out of proportion, but if you fold it at the heel, what you find is it's actually in proportion. This should be about the same, but because it's ribbing on the leg, it pulls it in. I am about halfway through the leg on the other sock, and I think I'm using, feels like maybe an Addi Turbo or a Hiya Sharp. I'm not really sure. Just magic loop knitting, only one needle. The other pair of socks I'm working on, again, I also have one finished. This is the Croy blue striped rag. This is knit from the cuff down with a heel and a gusset. Gusset's this little decreasy part. And then down to the toe. This also looks extremely large, but it's easier to keep track of because I know what color I'm supposed to be doing. So I am almost done with the leg, believe it or not. I pulled out yarn from the other ball from the outside so I could match up the stripes, because it just looks weird to me when they're not matched up. So I've got to go through this little gray section, and then there's a section of red, and then I can start the very bottom of the red is where you start the heel. So there's not that much more before I actually start the heel, which would be good because I want to be done with some of these socks. I'm at my limit, let's say. And then Yarn Zone, or yeah, it must have been Yarn Zone. Whoever sends me specials on soy silk type yarns had a sale, and they had a couple colors of Tofootsies on sale for, I think they were $3 or $4 a ball. Well, one ball makes a pair of socks, so I'm using Knitter's Pride Nova Platina knitting needles, 2.25 millimeters US size 1. It comes in a set of 5, but I'm using 4. So you knit with 3 needles, and then you have it 1 needle working around. And the color that I'm using is one of the ones that's on sale. It was very exciting. Okay, so that's what Tofootsies looks like. It's put out by Southwest Trading Company, SWTC. And it is 50% superwash wool, 25% soy silk fibers, 22.5% cotton, and 2.5% chitin. We've had this talk before, many years ago. Chitin is a fiber from shrimp and crab shells. It's naturally antibacterial. Ooh. So, and this color is 724. This is made in China. Because I think they get the soy silk renderings from there. So it's got some, let's see if we can get this a little bit darker. It's got some purples and light pastel-y type of colors. There's blue in it, a little bit of green. It's pretty much a mix of things, and it's not like one solid color, although you can get solid Tofootsies colors. It's kind of stringy to work with. It feels kind of like you're using packing twine or cotton twine that you would have used to truss a ribs with or something. I don't, like a piece of meat. But it's been so long. I think I tried to make socks years and years ago, and I had a bright pink ball of this, and I tried to make the tidal wave socks, and it just didn't go well. I didn't reinforce it, which I should have. The socks, especially with cotton in them, I feel they need to be reinforced at the toes and the heels. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I just thought I might work on these. I might take these. Hopefully I can do some of these and maybe take a set, have a pair done to go to Florida with. At the end of August, I'm going with a friend's family. They and their children are going to Disney World, and I'm going with them. So that'll be fun. But Disney World in August is quite warm. So I am looking for, one of the things they recommended was moisture wicking socks. Well, wool wicks moisture. So, I mean, I've got wool socks to take, but I might try and do a blend of things. I also have this yarn to try and work on. I didn't get too far with casting this on. This is truly pattern yarn from Sensations. And I think I've got I was trying to do 2 socks at a time, and that's not going to work. It just looks horrible. But we'll see how this turns out. I think I've got some collage needles that I was trying to do that on. And the last thing is, where are you? I'm looking for a bag that's hiding from me, apparently. Okay. I were a bag that was right here 5 minutes ago. Where would I be? Pardon me. I can edit that out. Anyways, I am also working on a sweater. This is the leaf sweater. That's a Yarn Inspirations pattern. Originally it was made with Bernat organic bamboo, which is a bulky weight, but I'm using a heavy worsted weight, which is the Lion brand Cotton Ease, which is I think half acrylic and half cotton, so it's kind of hefty, but it'll be machine washable and dryable. And this is in cream, and then it goes into hazelnut, which is showing up really dark black, but it's actually a hazely nut. That's pretty accurate. A greenish brown color. So it'll have sleeves that I'll continue to do down here, but I'm all through the lace part. This is just knitting straight down. I've probably done 4 or 5 rounds since the last time we talked, because I was still working on the Blanket of Doom. So I have this to get through. We'll see if I can do this before I go to Florida as well. And then I'm going to be working on, in the come fall, a sweater for my goddaughter that we talked about the last time, out of some mystery rainbow yarn. And I've already got a pattern for it. We showed you the pattern last time. So really the Tofootsies, I think, is the only new thing I bought. And I think I bought another color that's 800. So I've got 2 of these, but at $4 a piece, I really couldn't pass it up. And I think they might have even had free shipping or something like that as well. So I think it was Yarn Zone. But they'll sell you like bags of therapy or whatever for $20-40, something like that. So that's what I've got going. I'm still waiting for the thunderstorm to come that we're expecting. And the air conditioning came on. I was like, is there a cat in here? There's not a cat. There's just air conditioning. So anyways, that's what I'm working on. And I hope you guys have a great week. If you can go over to the Ravelry group and post a picture of what you're working on. What's your summer project that you're working on right now? Or is it too hot to knit or crochet where you are, or weave or whatever? Or are you spinning for Tour de Fleece? I am not doing Tour de Fleece this year. By the time I remembered it was starting, it was already like 4 or 5 days into it. And I'm like, I just can't handle it. Because I'm working I worked almost 48 hours last week. No, I worked 40 hours in 4 days. Because we had the 4th of July off. But the lab is super busy. Yay. I can't complain. It's job security. So go post what you're working on. I'd love to see pictures. And if you have any suggestions for segments, sometimes I feel like I'm talking to an empty room. And I don't want to bore you. I don't want to, just sound like this is all I do is I go to work and then I come home and knit. I have friends. I go out. We had beautiful fireworks here on the 4th of July. I might throw in a picture. I might not. We'll see how that goes. Might do that as a separate thing. And it's all fantastic. And my hair is in the wild growing out curly, I need a haircut, but I want to grow it out phase. So you're stuck with it. So I hope you guys have a great week. Go craft something and go show me what you're working on. I'm really interested. Thanks. Bye.